Yes, one of Mick here, little Mick. So we've gone from firewood splitter to doing it manually with a log splitter. These aren't actually that dear. This is a good quality one with a plastic handle and a stopper here so it doesn't damage if it goes right through. And I've just put tape around it when the rubber grew to stop that from sliding down. So it's Australian hardwood. We're probably looking at a bit of stringy bark here by the look of it. And you're seeing owls, that was stringy bark. There's probably a little bit of bloodwood there, that one with the blood, that was where the little creatures were. And that little one, that centipede, they can bite fairly well. You don't want to be bitten by them. I think it's extremely painful. I've never been bitten by one. But this is the manual way of doing it. Now this is particularly good for the mind, the body and the soul, because this isn't easy work. And you'll just see here, I got me Jackie Howe on. Jackie Howe is a gun shearer in Australia, and he has the world record for shearing sheep by hand in I think it's an 8 or a 10 hour day with hand shears. And you'd have to look up the record. Jackie Howe, gun or world record holder, sheep shearer by hand. And he was in the early 1920s, I think, or I'd have to look it up. But Jackie Howe, so that's what these are named after, these singlets. And other people refer to them as another name I won't even call them, but it's got to do with your wife and what some people refer to as funny is belting people up or bashing. So wife, and you put the rest to it. I won't go there, but because I don't adhere to that shit. But anyhow, I'll just show you this. I don't want to do a few other things. So you work your way around. I'm no firewood splitter. I seen a Kiwi bloke, a Maori bloke, the other day on one of the timber firewood, and he was splitting hardwood by hand. And this bloke was an absolute bloody machine. I'd go as far to say, just a conventional splitter like we were using today, I don't think you'd keep up to him. He was that quick. I don't know how long he could sustain that for, but his arms were about as big as mine around the chest. He's a very powerful man and in his prime. I'm a 62-year-old and I'm far from being in my prime. I was in my prime 22 years ago when I was 40. So anyhow, here we go. So you just got to work around the scene, and you can see the hardwood in Australia, you can bounce off it. Oh. So that's putting a little bit of power on, swinging it down pretty hard. If that was up the Sunshine Coast, I'd say this is bloodwood, but it's probably not bloodwood. It's probably a gum, a grey gum potentially. So there's that. There's one of those little beetles just run out of there. Everything about hardwood's hard. It's physically hard to lift. It's physically hard to split, especially if you're me. And like I said, body and soul. And that flew off there. And I've got to bend me back a bit. Straighten me back as much as I can. But I'm just splitting it down to show you what you can do with one of these. I'll leave that size. Now here's a piece of stringer bark. There's your bark. This is 18 inches in diameter. Got to watch out for those spikes too. They could actually go right through. They could bury into your skin a couple of inches. Like I say, it wears me out pretty quick. But I do enjoy it. I've been told by the doctor to get my cardio up. Pre-diabetic. And guess what? I hate walking. Don't enjoy walking. I'll do my electric push bike riding and do a bit of fitness with that, which it'll raise your cardio as much as you want it to, depending on my power mode. So I'm on a bit of a roll here for this one. And really, I shouldn't be just throwing them on the ground. So I can throw them in my Falcon ute. Oh, I love it for fitness, because you never know, do you? You never know when you've got to call on your fitness. Might never have to, might have to. Could have to walk 30 miles, 50 kilometres, but highly unlikely, because I drive Fords and they're as reliable as the day's long. Oh, I better get my gloves on. When you've got a barra Wolf 190 like I got there, or you've got an F truck with a 351 Cleveland in it, mate, you got yourself a pretty good vehicle. Or some would say, mate, a vehicle. I love that saying. So we got a bit of heartwood in here, and we have a bit of Liptus formicus on the outside of this, also known as sapwood. Holy hell. So no, Mick, you're pretty to watch. You're pretty to bloody watch.